that the AL Cy Young was going to be a mess and a hot topic. What I didn't know was that it was going to be this bad and this much of a disaster, and that Kate Upton would prove to be the smartest person in the room. First and foremost, congrats to Rick Porcello. I want to stress that before we go bonkers. Rick Porcello is, by all accounts, a great guy and a great worker, and the former first-round pick was always kind of average, and he had a really good to great season, and he won 22 games for the Boston Red Sox, leading them to the playoffs in first place in the AL East. But Rick Porcello wasn't the Cy Young. No. He won as a product of lazy and pathetic voting because he pitched for a high-profile team, and the entire system needs to be scrapped. Justin Verlander got more first-place votes than Porcello, and it wasn't even close. And Porcello won because of the second-place votes. Are you kidding me? That's significant. And me, personally, I would have ranked Verlander ahead of Porcello. We'll get into my real winner and who got robbed more than anyone later in the show, but this is insane. And look, I like the concept that baseball has this, a weighted voting system. You vote for 5 pitchers. First place gets 7 points, and then second gets 4, and third gets 3, and so on. 2 voters left Verlander off the ballot. That's insane. And if you don't believe me, well, ask Verlander's fiance, Kate Upton, who rightly took to Twitter to voice her complaints about Porcello winning and Verlander being left off ballots. And she's right. Take a look at the tweets. Kate Upton is spot on. Yes, majority of the first place votes and 2 writers didn't put them on the ballots. How do you let these people vote? They're out of touch. You're right. Kate Upton is smart. I've said that forever. She's a genius. She also had some other tweets that we can't put on TV. Upton was livid. Again, she's right. And here's the thing. If you don't want to take the voting seriously, give up your vote. I'm a voter for all the NFL awards. I take it very seriously. And quietly, a few years ago, the Associated Press had to kick off bad voters in the NFL. I'm not going to mention these names, but a Hall of Fame player in the NFL lost his vote. A Hall of Fame sports writer was told, you can't vote anymore. Great at their jobs, didn't take the vote seriously. Thus, they don't vote. The 2 clowns who didn't vote for Verlander in the top 5 should lose their votes. Bill Chastain and Fred Goodall, whoever they are, should never vote for anything ever again. Rays star pitcher Chris Archer tweeted today he's been in Tampa for 4 years and doesn't know who Freddie Goodall is. And take a look at this. And these are both Tampa-based writers. This is who they voted for. Are you kidding me? Bill Chastain had the nerve, the chutzpah, the audacity to vote for Masahiro Tanaka. Goodall voted for J. Happ and Aaron Sanchez. Aaron Sanchez wouldn't vote for Aaron Sanchez. And I don't have to be Sherlock Holmes here. What's the common theme with those pitchers that they voted for? You ready? Let me think about it. Oh, they pitch in the AL East, so Tampa faced them. It's lazy. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. It should never happen. And how about Chastain? This fraud handed in his ballot a week before the season ended. Are you kidding me? And he told the New York Daily News last night, well, what could change? Well, I'll tell you what changed. Justin Verlander gave up 1 run in 14 2/3 innings and lowered his ERA from 3.2 to 3.04. That's kind of a big deal. Can you imagine if I decided, you know what, after week 16 in the NFL, I'm just going to send in my ballot. That's it. I'm going to send it in. I don't need to watch week 17. It doesn't mean anything. Look, I'm not saying that these cats should lose their job. I don't believe that. But they should lose their votes. That's easy. And how about the lack of respect for my guy, Zach Britton? And this is what really gets me here. Who had, I mean, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. On your screen right there. That is one of the best and most iconic seasons ever by a closer in baseball history. And let's be honest here, because this is sad, but there's a fact. If Zach Britton pitched for the Red Sox or the Yankees, they would have named the award after him. That's how good of a season he had. He's the one Kate Upton should be tweeting about. Rob Manfred and Major League Baseball need to take over. I mean, why is it still the baseball writers? And I respect journalism and I respect baseball writers, but when it comes to voting for the awards and the Hall of Fame, enough is enough. How about broadcasters? Can we get some sportscasters who actually cover baseball involved? And it should be national, not local. I mean, think about this. How does Bob Costas not vote? He votes like me for football. It's Bob Costas. You know what I would do? I'd put together a panel of MLB Network analysts and reporters and producers and hosts. Why? Imagine this concept. They know. They watch. They should vote. The process is flawed and archaic. The votes are absolutely wrong. The results are absolutely wrong. It's embarrassing and pathetic after a fantastic baseball season. Baseball needs to do something, unless, of course, you just want Kate Upton to take over.